Hey guys, what's going on? Brandon Sean Brown here, physical therapist and wellness coach with Get Your Fix Physical Therapy, Get Your Fix Nutrition, CrossFit coach at CrossFit Majestic. We just finished up the shoulder series, starting a front rack position series today. So we're going to be going through all the different areas that we need motion at in order to get into that front rack position, as well as things that we need stability and control in. So there's a lot of things that play into maintaining that front rack position throughout your overhead press or overhead movements, your shoulder to overhead movements, and throughout your front squat and your cleans and all that. So starting today, we're basically going to work from the bottom, from the hand, from distally to proximal. So I'm going to start with wrist mobility today. For anyone who started out in CrossFit, for anyone who's new to CrossFit, so if you just started out, you're experiencing this now. If you started years ago, I'm sure you experienced this when you started, and that is pain in that wrist in the front rack position. So not feeling like you can get that wrist all the way back to support that weight. It's not an uncommon thing. We don't stress this position a lot, and so when we're just starting CrossFit, we're just starting to learn that front rack position, it can be really uncomfortable to get there. It's a matter of loosening things up, both muscularly and joint-wise, in order to be able to get into that position. That's why you see a lot of CrossFitters wearing wrist wraps, especially if they're new to CrossFit. The problem with that is they get very dependent on that. For me, I've pretty much transitioned myself completely out of them, that unless I'm doing a lot of heavy overhead squats, I pretty much don't even wear wrist wraps anymore. But there was a period of time I wore them all the time to really support that wrist. Now I've gotten it strong enough, I've gotten it mobile enough in order to do pretty much everything without wearing them. So we're going to do some wrist mobility drills today. And this is to really stress that end range position. And not that we're going past this normal range at all. It's basically getting into that range that we don't force very often because it's not a motion that we need on our everyday basis. And so the muscles just get tight, the tendons get stiff, the joints get stiff. We're just going to loosen all those up. And super easy to do. It's just a matter of taking time to do it. This can be something you do every day, or it can be something that you do just before a workout that you need that mobility. So before anything that has shoulder to overhead, any of your Olympic lifting moves. Hands are going to be on the floor, palms facing forward. Keeping your palms down, you're going to spread your fingers wide. From there, you're just going to do little wrist circles. So you're literally going to circle around that wrist, taking it to its full range, nice and slow, nice and controlled. 10 times clockwise, and then you'll go 10 times counterclockwise. And you're just going both directions in order to loosen those wrists up. From there, what I'd like to do is turn those hands in towards you. And you can do that same thing. So you can go circles, 10 both ways, and you can also just kind of rock side by side on them and just kind of loosen those up. And then from there, the most difficult, what's going to feel the tightest is those palms towards you. Fingers towards you. So I'm going to get those fingers towards you. And then this one you're not going to circle, you're just going to sit back. And this one you're just going to hold in that position up to a minute. You may not be able to get it that long just because it is a tighter position. It's more uncomfortable in that position. So play with that one and see what you can tolerate. If all you can do is like 10-15 seconds, do that, and then do several of them to work up to that minute. But those are the 3 you're going to do to really start working that wrist mobility on a consistent basis. So for right now, if you've never done it before and they're pretty tight and stiff, every day. If it's something that you're pretty mobile there, you just notice it when you lift, maybe just before you do those workouts that you need that motion for. So fingers facing away from you, circles clockwise and counterclockwise, 10 of each. Fingers facing towards each other, and then all the way around, fingers facing towards you. So try those out, see how that works for you. If you've done these before and they really help you, I'd love you to comment on here and let me know. If they don't do a thing for you, definitely comment on here and let me know as well. I'd love to hear any feedback I can. And as usual, if you have any questions, definitely reach out to me directly on Facebook. I'd be happy to have a conversation with you. So hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.